Just avoid gluten. This is a very common comment in all of our posts and other people's posts. And when people say this, I go, ooh. As it pertains to gluten intolerance, which is non-celiac gluten sensitivity, fructan intolerance, which I will explain in a minute, and glyphosate concerns, the concept of just avoid gluten doesn't make sense, okay? And I'll explain why. One reason, you're not addressing the underlying problem that's causing the reaction. That's the first thing. The second thing is gluten is damn delicious. And so one of the points of Silver Fern brand is to help people be able to regain their food freedom. Food avoidance turns into more food avoidance, because you're not addressing the problem, you're just avoiding stuff, okay? And then last, there's always the concern that there's hidden gluten in even a gluten-free diet. So once again, you can still have a reaction even though you are eating a gluten-free diet. So is the don't eat gluten short-term approach when you have a negative reaction to gluten, fructan, or you're just having gut issues? Is that probably a good response temporarily? Well, sure. So the example I would say is, imagine you have a broken shoulder. If you have a broken shoulder, nobody would ever say, just don't ever fix it. Don't throw a ball again. Don't press again. Don't push anything again. Just live with it. Just don't use your shoulder. You would never do that, right? Well, that's what it's like when somebody has a gluten intolerance, a fructan intolerance, or they're worried about glyphosate. They're saying, I'm just never going to do anything again because maybe it'll cause more issues in the future, right? Like if you fix your shoulder and then you use it again, it could get hurt again, right? Right. There's always a risk, but you wouldn't do that. You would be like, well, I would prefer to get my shoulder better and use it in the future, even if I run the risk of getting it hurt again, rather than just never using it again, okay? So, and then like I said, gluten, when you pair it with sugar for desserts, it's amazing. Now, I'm not saying you should do that all the time. That's a recipe for obesity. But I am saying that one of the purposes we have at Silver Fern brand is to help people regain their food freedom. That is one of our goals, is to help people with that, right? So, and I went from food avoidance to eating what I want, and that was my goal. My goal was never to be like a social media influencer, and obviously I'm not trying to be a fashion influencer or anything. I'm just trying to help people regain their food freedom. Like that was my goal, be able to have their digestive systems better, feel better, healthy, pass their damn doctor blood work tests, stuff like that. That's our goal at Silver Fern. That's what we're working to do. Okay, so let's go over. So gluten, obviously, the reason that gluten intolerance exists, a person eats gluten and it's a sign, by the way, it's a sign of dysbiosis. It's a sign of leaky gut. It's a sign of inflammation, and it is a form of an immune response. It is not a celiac or wheat allergy immune response, but it can also be an immune response. So somebody eats gluten, it has gliadin, it's a protein that's tough to digest. They have a reaction. They have bloating, fatigue, brain fog, headaches. They start having food intolerant symptoms, right? They feel very uncomfortable. So this is common. So fructan, which is in fruit, many people with a gluten intolerance actually have a fructan intolerance, okay? So let's go to fructan intolerance. Fructan is a fermentable fiber found in many of the same foods as gluten. So your wheats, barleys, rye, grains. It's also found in a lot of fruits and vegetables. So how do you know if you have a fructan issue or a gluten issue? One of the easiest ways to tell is to search foods that are in the produce section, that are fruits and vegetables that do not have gluten, and try one of those in a small amount. If you have a response to that, like you get brain fog, headaches, bloating, digestive issues, stuff like that, you have a fructan issue. If a person reaches out to us and they're like, I have a gluten intolerance, a dairy intolerance, and they keep going, I'm like, you probably don't have a gluten issue. You probably have a fructan issue, okay? And the reason I'm mentioning this is because it's important to know the difference between a gluten intolerance and a fructan intolerance. That said, the cause of a fructan issue also goes to dysbiosis, leaky gut, inflammation, and stuff like that, but it is not an immune response, okay? There's no immune response in that. Next, glyphosate. Glyphosate is a weed killer and a chemical used to dry out crops before a harvest. It is a chemical, and it absolutely it's bad on the gut. The problem is it's not just in wheat. So a lot of people are like gluten, glyphosate. I'm going to suggest unless you're eating organic everything all the time, every time you go out, everything, glyphosate, unfortunately, and it is unfortunate, is in damn near everything. And there are trace amounts of it even in and meat, various forms of meat, dairy, and milk, okay? This is also a reason people are eating a lot of organic foods these days, is because they're trying to get away from all the chemicals, which I wish to hell the US would get away from it. So is that an issue? Yes, but it's kind of like gluten, right? So can gluten cause leaky gut? It can. The research shows that it like opens the tight junctions, it causes leaky gut. But so does stress, alcohol, not eating healthy all the time, a lot of your medications, birth control, acid blockers, et cetera, et cetera. There's like 50 million things that cause leaky gut, okay? So as soon as you get into the defensive plan of avoiding everything all the time that's going to possibly cause leaky gut or anything like that, you're in my opinion, you're playing the wrong game, right? In my opinion, the game you should be playing is I am going to rebuild my gut, restore my gut barrier function. I'm going to significantly reduce or get rid of, inflammation is healthy. It's the excessive inflammation, it's the unnecessary inflammation is bad. But get rid of elevated inflammation and restore my immune system function. That is the more correct approach. I'm not saying a person should be running around eating gluten all the time and breads and stuff like that. I'm not. But what I am suggesting is if you restore your microbiome and your gut is healthy, and I'm speaking from personal experience, you don't have to be worried about gluten intolerances, fructan intolerances, and glyphosate stuff. Now, I try to eat healthy. I try to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, foods. I try to make good choices, but I'm also not running around freaking out about all stuff all the time because I am actively engaged in rebuilding my gut, and I do not have the food intolerances I once did. So one of the things we would this is not a video to pitch products, by the way. I mean, we do have products for gluten, for gluten intolerances and for FODMAP or fructan issues, FODMAP issues, and we obviously help rebuild the microbiome and restore all that. But my comment is that this comment that I see all over the place on just avoid gluten, just avoid dairy, just avoid. That in my opinion, that's I surrender. I'm not going to use my shoulder. I'm not going to use my elbow that's broken. I'm never going to get it fixed. It could get rehurt if I use it again. So I'm just not going to fix it in the first place. Not a good response. I'm not trying to trigger anybody or piss anybody off. And once again, this is not in regards to wheat allergies or celiac disease. I'm simply stating if you have gluten, fructan, or glyphosate concerns, your action item needs to be to restore your microbiome, your gut barrier, reduce inflammation, and restore a proper immune function. Those are your objectives. And if you do that, you don't give two shits about gluten, fructan, or glyphosate. Not to say you're not selective on your foods that you choose to buy. I'm just saying when you're out and about and you're at restaurants and stuff like that, you can put all that stuff at ease because unless you get food poisoning, you're going to be able to live a normal life. That's our approach at Silver Fern. That's my response to just don't eat gluten. If you like that approach, just don't eat gluten, and you see it and you run out of the store or whatever, fine. But that's not my approach. So there you go. Bye.